this is the one thing that we don't get trained or taught or educated around as industry experts. If you need any inspiration on boosting your business, your sales, your revenue, your confidence, how to connect with clients at a much deeper level. So this is for you today. I can't wait to hear your feedback on how clients really decide to buy. So it's not a logical process, this whole concept of how clients really buy and how they decide to buy, because it is a decision. We all are consumers and we all make buying because they can and they want to feel confident and beautiful and elevated. Decisions each and every day. And recently I just was thinking, I also buy on emotional reasons, whether it's pleasure, pain or desire. And that is what we're going to be unpacking today. So I'm just watching my phone right now just to see if anyone's here. Be sure to say hello. I get so excited to know who's around, our beautiful community, giving you lots of nurture today to really allow yourself to build your business growth and start to look at how your clients buy. At the end of this, you will know exactly why. And the reason for this training today, I've just come back from my 2 weeks in Sydney. I work only 2 weeks hands-on and have 2 weeks to myself, but I'm also working in the background with my coaching clients in those 2 weeks off. But how great is that? Would you love this? Would you be able to love to create a business model where you could have quality time down so you can do whatever you like? And this is what I've created. And that's all based on my savvy sales process, my strategic marketing systems, and the whole concept of having a business that flows based on connecting to your clients with a sales system. So if you don't have strategic marketing strategies, simple systems or savvy sales system in your business, and they don't all connect and align with your energy and your whole vision of your business, we need to talk. Because if you're not doing business in that model these days, you'll be just staying stuck with a hands-on business. So we don't want that. And as I was saying, I've just come back from 2 weeks of hands-on, and I always learn so much when I'm with my clients. And what I noticed this time with my revenue, I'm consistently making 10K weeks. And the first week I had in Sydney, I'm not ungrateful for it, because I'm forever grateful for the income and the clients that come to me. I only created, I say that with all hands on heart, I created a 7K week, which was unusual for me. And I thought, how am I going to turn this around to recover the 3K that I didn't create? And then plus, right? So I stepped deeply into my 5-step savvy sales system. How much more can I connect to my clients is the step one. I really wanted to connect much deeper. What was the gap between where my clients sit now to where they want to be? And how can I turn that around so they actually do say yes a much deeper level, meaning that I could upgrade them to longer treatments, higher programs in my consults, and also high-end products. And amazingly, my second week, I did 15K. Amazing. And I don't have a team anymore, so that's just me by pulling things apart. And this is what I do in my coaching business with my coaching clients. I look at your analytics, your figures, your data, your rebookings, your upsells, your cross-sells, your figures and your revenue, and work out exactly where the gaps are. So this is what I created, 15Ks in my second week, and it made up for the loss of the 3. And oh my God, how exciting is that? So if you'd like that, it's all possible. And I'm not one that focuses on revenue. It sounds like I do, but to run a successful, profitable business, you need to. My whole ethos is all about connection, all about building relationships. And that is where the depth of your profit and revenue comes from. And that shows me and it tells me how much connection you have with your clients when I look at your revenue. And it's not to be wrong about it, but where you can go further with your connection and your relationships with your clients so you can have a high revenue business. So are you ready? Are you excited? Are you pumped? Because the training is all about the emotional connection and the mental connection you have with your clients. Because clients buy when they're feeling emotionally, physically, or mentally needing to have some sort of transformation in their life, their skin, or however they feel and look about themselves. So in this mini training, I'll show you how to identify what's really driving your clients and create conversations that tap into their buying energy. The other thing we're going to look at is confidently guiding your clients to invest without you feeling salesy or pushy. And whether your clients are cringing or crying in the mirror right now about how they feel and look, or simply just craving a better version of themselves, because let's get real around this conversation, how clients actually decide to buy, especially when it comes to your treatments, premium services, or skin plans, or your high-end skincare, or any products that you offer. This is something where you'll likely or never been taught or shown before this way, because in college we don't learn this way of approach and educational sales. In our advanced skin trainings we don't. As if you went to a beauty therapy college or where you studied, you won't learn this. I know that, and I've been there. I've trained in these schools to help them. So because we're all wanting that connection with our clients, it's so important to be able to learn how to connect properly and deeply and ask the deeper questions, because most of us were taught to sell based on features, ingredients, and protocols. And what I have found after 33 years in the industry and having a certified sales training background, the truth is clients buy based on emotion, always. That's it. And the 3 emotional drivers that influence every sale, let's have a sneak peek. So some clients buy because they're in pain, whether their skin's inflamed, they feel self-conscious, they're tired of hiding it under makeup and concealer and covering it up basically. Some buy because they crave pleasure, like you might be buying a holiday, for example, that's pleasure, or you might be buying a beautiful facial experience or a beautiful massage experience, that's definitely pleasure. I mean, you can be in pain, of course, having a bad back and you're wanting a relief, but generally you do want a pleasure experience out of a massage or a facial as well. They also want radiant skin, maybe for a wedding or a birthday occasion, or just a glow up to feel great going out for lunch or dinner, or a luxurious experience they feel they really deserve. And some buy because of pure desire, because they can. And they want to feel confident and beautiful and elevated. I have just an experience that I experienced in my last week with one of my clients, and she bought on a pure desire level. The 3 products she bought, 2 of them were over $400. So one was $450 and one was $550. They are really high-end ingredients in these products. They're a multitude of seaweeds that have been fermented over quite a period of time, so they help ROS in your skin, and also, which is the ROS that we get in our cells, cellulosenescence, when skin cells have what we call, it's like an Alzheimer's for the cells, so they just end up banging around. So these ingredients, these fermented seaweeds, come in and identify the pattern in the skin cell and repattern how they behave and perform. So it's a high advanced anti-aging creams. I'm telling you this because this client bought on a desire level because she can, and that's an emotional driver. She can afford it. She loves the luxury of these products, so much so that they weren't very clear on which was the morning and the night cream. And I said, can I write on the box morning and night? And she went, oh no, I don't want to ruin the box, it's so beautiful. And I totally can understand that, because she just wanted the whole desire experience. And of course, then I wrote out a script, not a problem. So let's sort of start unpacking these 3 areas. Are you getting this? Is this sort of what you're hoping to receive out of this training today? Because the emotion usually falls into 3 powerful drivers. One is the pain. This is the client who's struggling. We've all been there, right? I remember when I was 18 and 19 and I had like a lymphatic acne and I was in pain, and I went to a naturopath to seek help because I just knew my acne wasn't from topical reasons, it was from my gut health at the time, and I was in a very, very heightened stress situation in that time of my life. So remember this one thing: your clients buy because she or he is either struggling, her skin's inflamed or breaking out, or her pigmentation is worsening, and it can be very emotional, this, and she can hit her limit of, I need help. So when someone's in so much pain, this is where we can step in and ask the deeper questions so she can say yes to you, rather than offer a solution straight away. Because maybe she's avoiding mirrors, maybe she's cancelling social situations. I know I used to with my acne. I felt so bad of showing up with such inflamed skin. There were some days I didn't actually go out. I was very young then, of course, so to me that really mattered. So we need to feel what our clients go through. Maybe she's feeling ashamed or like nothing else is working, and this client is really ready for change. And when you show up and understand her pain and what she's going through, you can create a plan to make her feel better, and that's what she'll say yes to. But the thing is, we have to pause and ask the deeper questions and let her share, understand where she's at, because she doesn't want to feel judged. She just wants to feel like she's acknowledged, she's seen, and she's heard. And that's when clients also buy too, when they feel acknowledged, seen, and heard, because you understand her at a deeper level. And she's not just buying a treatment, she is buying relief. Yeah, so just really let that land. How does that sound to you? How does that feel when you know she's not just buying a treatment, she's buying relief? I'll just have a look, see who's anyone else here. Yeah. The second reason why your clients decide to buy is pleasure. And this is what, really makes your clients look amazing, and that's what they show up for. A client wants to look and feel amazing for something that's maybe a special event, something coming up, a milestone birthday, a wedding, a trip, a reunion. So many reasons why a client will buy a treatment to feel pleasure. So this client's not in pain, she's in anticipation. So you can feel the difference here. There's an excitement, and your job here is to paint a picture of what is possible for her excitement of the end result of where she's going. And this is where you can talk about luminosity and glowing and have that red carpet skincare, all of these things, really look at the depth of that luminosity. How's that going to look for you on the day? Let's build a plan, let's have that radiant red carpet skin, because she's buying what she wants to feel. She wants to probably feel feminine and celebrated and have heads turning. Who knows? We've all been to these special occasions. We all recognize what it feels like when you feel and look amazing, and how that makes you feel more confident and certain. So when you reflect back on her desire, so you want to help her step into the version of herself that she can say yes to, because you've made her feel amazing, and you've made it very real for her. Has this landed? The reason why she buys is pleasure. How's that sound? And the third reason why your client decides to buy, and this is great, because she's not in pain, she's not seeking pleasure, but it's for desire. And now this one is often missed. Desire-driven clients can afford it. Like I was saying with my client who bought that high-end set of products. Can you imagine, like, one product, $450? I mean, that says a lot. The second product was $550. That's because she can. And don't assume clients can't, because often what happens, we close their wallet and make a decision, and it actually makes us shortcut our own revenue and profitability and credibility. So desire-driven clients can afford it. They just need to want it. It's like choosing first class or business class over economy. Those people can afford it, so that's why they choose it. They're not in pain. They might be seeking pleasure, but they are more driven by desire. They desire a greater experience. Whether you're on economy, first class, or business class, you're going to end up in the same location, the same destination. The people choosing business or first class are just wanting a better experience, but they're going to the same place, right? But one feels completely different. So is this landing? Does this make sense? So the same applies in your clinic or your salon. The client doesn't want the cheapest or the quickest. So those clients that we need to identify, those clients that choose to buy on a desire level, these clients don't want the cheapest or the quickest result. She wants the best. She wants the most luxurious experience, the most advanced ingredients, the most personalized plan. And when you confidently offer your top tier solution to clients based on desired outcomes, she will buy because she can. How's that? Does that simplify the 3 areas of how clients buy? How's this landing? I'd love to hear your feedback. Has this awoken anything in your psychology of how clients decide to buy? Because when I learned this and practiced it and saw the results, wow, because it really distinguishes, wow, okay, so those clients that will say yes to, like my client, $400 and $550 products, they are desire driven, they can afford it, they will say yes. Clients in pain, we need to show them how we can solve their pain and allow them to move into a more relief. And the pleasure clients, they just really want to feel great and amazing. So you know the difference, and that's how we can weave and change our way we communicate with our clients. So you have the power to meet her where she is, knowing this now, and we can suggest, retail, and sell powerfully without feeling salesy, because you have this ground knowledge now. But what does meeting her where she is actually mean? I mentioned that right at the beginning, where your client is now and where she wants to be. So what does that actually mean? So it means slowing down enough to listen, so active listening. It means turning your energy or her energy so she's less frustrated and turn it into more hopeful energy. So it means mirroring back what she's feeling in a safe, reassuring way, and it means guiding her with clarity and not pressure. How does that feel? That would make a consultation so much easier, because if you're slowing down and listening enough, it means turning into her energy and understanding her frustration and really having empathy and giving her hope where she's unsure. And it's that guiding, when we can guide a client and show them what's possible. And that's not pressure, that's not being salesy, that's not being awkward, that is just you showing them what is possible and reflecting back the experience that is possible to her, and then show her that this is all possible if you do this, this, and this, all the steps, not second guessing yourself, not shortcutting what you can and can't offer her. Show her everything, and it's up to her to decide. And that's what builds trust. That's what makes clients rebook, refer, and follow your advice more. So if you think I'm giving away incredible value right now, imagine if you worked with me, how much deeper we go to unpack this, because this simply is skimming over the surface of what is possible for you in your business, or what you can create for the revenue and profitability, so you can have time, freedom, abundant, that is filled with profitability. Because if we really understand what makes our clients rebook, refer, and follow your advice at a much deeper level, you will have a business model that can have 80 to 95% rebooks and have consistent high revenue, because this is what leads to a consistent 10K plus weeks, because your sales flow is based on your connection and not your convincing. Yeah, that's so true. Your sales flow is based on your connection and not your convincing. There's no need to convince anyone. It's your connection. It's how you approach, how you show up with your energy, the deeper questions you ask, leaning in, because the right questions build clarity, safety, and a readiness for your clients to say yes. Because the therapist, the practitioner's role is not to convince, but to deeply understand. And that's exactly what I teach, train, and mentor in my full trainings. This is, as I said, is just skimming over the surface. I can't give all the goodies away in 15 minutes, but spend an hour with me and you will transform your whole business model. Spend 3 months with me and you'll have time freedom and abundance in your revenue and profitability. So what we looked at today is how to identify your client's true emotional drivers, pain, pleasure, or desire, how to create conversations that connect on a deeper level, and how to confidently recommend treatments, skincare, or packages without sounding or feeling pushy. So I hope this really, really was helpful, because I'd love to help you sell like an expert that you already are, with more confidence, certainty, and clarity to give you the results. So if you're ready to take this deeper and want to double your revenue, just like I did last week, I went from 7Ks to 15Ks, just by understanding this whole emotional driver and implementing my 5-step savvy sales system. Drop the word below double, and I'll personally send you a link to book an assessment call so I can find out the gaps with a few little questions that's way open in your business. There's gaps that are a bit like when a flower opens and there's gaps between the petals. It's things are leaking. It's like a funnel with holes in it. There'll be holes in your funnel, in your business, where money is just pouring out, and identifying these little gaps, these holes, can change your whole business. So that's what is available for you, a free assessment call. Just drop the word grow below, and on this assessment call we'll uncover what's missing in your current client conversations. Perhaps it might be in your confidence with those conversations. It might be in the timing of where you suggest things. It could be in your consultation process, or just simply how to guide your clients to say yes more to you. So I'm looking for 3 driven, and I sincerely mean that, because if you're driven, you want results. I'm looking for 3 driven skin or beauty professionals who are ready to sell more skincare with ease, have clients to trust their recommendations, and learn an education heart-led sales process that actually works. If this is you, drop the word grow and I'll send you the details, and we'll see if we're a right fit to do this call. Because sometimes when you're in the call, it's a very valuable call, because when you actually hear yourself back, you start to learn how people buy from you. And it is from pain, pleasure, or desire. It is also because they trust, like, and feel seen by you. And a lot of the times the gaps in our business is that we're too much in a hurry or too rushed, and clients don't actually fully feel seen. So they don't fully trust you completely, because clients need to feel safe, seen, and guided. And this is a whole complete process that will align your whole business for you to have high profit, high revenue, and a business that is sustainable. So your action steps from here is to notice when your clients say yes more. Is it from a pain point of view? Are they in pain when they say yes? Is it from a pleasure point of view? Are they looking for a pleasurable treatment to go to an event or feel great? Or is it from a desire point of view? Because the more you understand what's driving their decisions, the more powerful and personalized your recommendations become. So if you're one of the 3 people that would love this call, if you want to sell more skincare with ease and have clients that trust your recommendations and learn an education heart-led sales process, this is for you. So just drop that word grow below and I'll send you my link. So I'd love to hear how we all went. How was this for you, everyone? Hey Mindy, where are you coming in from? Yeah, just love to know how far our community stretches. That's why I always ask where you're coming in from, because it's so good to know where in the world we are today. So I hope you really got a lot of value out of today's training, and that you start to contemplate how this can work for you. Yeah, where you can ask those deeper questions and let clients flow from asking deeper questions, because that is the key driver here, the connection, the rapport, the relationship you're building. So until next time, beauties, this was fabulous. I so enjoyed your company, and oh yes, I must say, I'll be speaking at the Beauty Expo on Sunday the 17th of August in Sydney. I have a link where you can get 20% off any of the presentations, entry, any of the workshops. So if anyone's coming to Sydney, the Expo, the International Beauty Expo, Yeah, just give me a yes here. I'd love to hear if you're going. I'll be speaking at 10:45 on the elevation of beauty, what makes a beauty business brand last. So that is going to be an impactful live conversation on stage. Yeah, I'd love to know who's going. And I will drop the link here if you know anyone that would like a 20% off code to come to the expo. So it's on August 16th and August 17th. So yeah, okay beauties, thanks for joining, and until next time, have a fabulous day, night, wherever you are. Tomorrow, Friday, is a full moon. I always get excited because I'm an Ashtanga yoga practitioner, and on full moon and new moon, or even the ladies' moon, our cycle, we have rest day. So I can actually sleep in tomorrow to 6:30 and not wake up at 5:30. I'm finding it so hard these days. It's so cold to get up at that time, and it's so dark in Australia right now. But you know, that's a reason why I always tap into my why I do my things. And the big reason is health is a priority, mental health is my priority, staying fit is a priority, mental, physical, spiritual fitness, emotional fitness is a priority, and that's why I'm on my mat for, you know, an hour and 50 minutes, 5 days a week. We've got to keep consistent with our health, our well-being. You know, I'm seeing a lot of aging people out there lately, and it's not a pretty picture. And, you know, there's no guarantees in life, is there? I don't know about you ladies, but when you see elderly people like my mother-in-law right now, and she's got, her mobility is so bad, she can't even hold a tissue. Like, that is her limit of her thumb and fingers coming together. So a tissue just falls through. It is really unbelievable. So I'm teaching and reminding all my clients that are in their 70s to do these sort of exercises, squeezing in and squeezing out, and rotations, because joint mobility is crucial for longevity. Is it Susie O'Neill? Yeah, Susie O'Neill. She's 51 now. She's the Australian swimming Olympian. And she just said something so simple, but it just landed so well. She said, aging is one thing, but joint mobility, muscular strength, and bone health are so important as we age. And if we don't look after all three, you know, the decline in aging is worse. So we're all aging, right? But the decline in joint mobility, muscular strength, and bone density and health is so important as we get older. So yeah, that's the reason for me getting on my mat 5 days a week, because when I practice Ashtanga yoga, it's one of the hardest yogas, it's such a word, yoga practices, because there's a lot of body weight holding. So we're doing like up to 70 planks. We call them chaturangas, where your hands are here and you're lying down to the ground like a low plank. So you're holding your own body weight. You're compacting and compounding on your joints. So this gives me a lot of joint stability. Whereas I'm quite double jointed. I'm one of those people that can really rotate my elbows in, and my knees are really supple, which is not good. Good for flexibility, but it's not good so for injuries or just sustaining ligament health. And yeah, so having a practice that helps stabilize joints, and you're holding your own body weight, this is where, like that, and breathing mindfully, all those sorts of things. We need to find something that we can breathe and use our whole lung capacity, and that is like the front, the sides, the upper lobes of our lungs all expanding. So I just find it such a unique practice because it's mental, emotional, physical, spiritual. And when you connect them all together, there is that alignment of feeling more grounded and centered. And God, don't we know that? No, don't know that, but we need that more than ever in the life we live. But yeah, just thought I'd add that in as a little chat. I'd love to hear what you get up to with your physical, mental, emotional fitness. Yeah, there's a new fitness in town. It's called boundaries. I've been reading a lot about that and how we can up-level our boundaries. And that is like a new fitness, because the stronger the boundaries we have, the more personal space we have, and the more certainty we have around who and what we give to people. So yeah, that's good to check in where we sit with our professional boundaries, our personal boundaries, our parenting boundaries. There's so many different types of boundaries, right? Yeah. But beauties, I can talk for a while here, but I'll let you go. I hope you settle with that really deep training of why clients decide to buy. And I hope it lands for you. Until next time, Lots of love, and to your success, keep in mind, drop the word grow if you want this call, if you're one of those 3 people that want to increase your sales, have deeper connections with your clients, and find out the gaps within your business so you can have a sustainable, profitable, easeful business that you show up to and just can turn over higher revenue for you. Bye for now, beauties. To your success.